Welcome to the Gathering Place podcast. My name is Joe Seaman, a real estate agent in the Augusta, Georgia, Aiken, North Augusta, South Carolina area. I run the J Properties Group, brokered by Maybarn Real Estate.
My name is Hope Seaman, and I am a chaos coordinator and a Jill of all trades.
And we're back. It is the day after the election.
Yes.
We're going to air this the Monday after the election.
Yes.
And so there has been a lot of things that we have seen and heard that
Some of you are just there's a lot.
Well, it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what side you voted for.
You sit on.
It does matter how you treat people.
It has been on both sides.
It has.
And
it has.
I'm ashamed for some of y'all.
Some of y'all need to do a big old heart check because last time I checked, it's really I think it's actually a little bit wiser that you don't talk politics, honestly, in mixed company. But people are like, especially on social media, are like drawing lines in the sand.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, just being kind, and we were ready for the election to be over, and
no matter which way it went,
no matter which
so
way,
ready for
and
it to be over and done.
Yes.
Stop with the commercials. Stop with the phone calls and the text and
all the things,
all the rhetoric
and
that was posted on both sides,
right.
And it's not one side or the other.
I
Because I don't agree with bashing somebody for what they believe in.
No, I don't.
It's what they believe in.
I don't. Especially if that person is your friend or your loved one or your neighbor. I mean, our community, we've talked about this for the last few weeks, our community just went through a hurricane, of course. I mean, like destruction. We went to a client's house a couple of days ago, and insurance companies are not paying out. They're paying a fraction of the damages, and these people are having to sell their homes for what they owe.
If we can even get that. Yeah.
I mean, grown men in tears. Like, real life situations we're going through in our community right now. And this whole time I've been very impressed with just how people have stopped and helped each other. But it's like the closer we got to this election, it's like people just started putting on their caps or whatever it was that their what's my word? Who they were going to vote for, what side they were going to vote for.
And what's it really matter?
And that kindness that was here was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone. It was gone. It didn't matter. And then we get just vile hatred. And I don't understand it. Don't get me wrong. You can have an opinion. I have very, 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 very strong opinions. You do too. Drew has very strong opinions too. And everyone's entitled to those. And if you want to talk about them amongst your friends, oh, perfect. I mean, get it. I get it. Whatever. But to draw a line and throw a gauntlet down on social media and tell people if they vote a certain way that basically unfriend me, or if you vote a certain way, you're this, and this, I'll get fired up. You better start talking.
We were on the way back from out of town. We were driving back last night, and you were just showing me several different people's posts on social media. And just because you have an opinion, if you think one way or another, when you know that it is going to cause controversy, is that the word? I think, personally speaking, I think that you should keep it to yourself.
I'm going to say, if you don't know the people that you're talking to personally, you should keep it to yourself. And you do not know the people that you're talking to on social media. You may know them, but you don't know every single person that is going to see your post on social media. You don't know them. You don't know where they're at in life. You don't know what they've experienced. You don't know anything about them. And I think you should just filter or think before you speak. And
that's probably more like it. Just think through it. And is this a is this positive? Is it going to help enrich someone's life? Or is it going to cause divide and controversy?
Or are you looking at someone through the eyes of judgment, which we as believers are not supposed to do, even though we do. We do.
And let me just preface all this by saying it was on both sides.
Yeah.
Like, it was not a right or a left or a Democratic Republican thing. It was on both sides. People just being nasty to each other, and I just don't agree with it. And if you're watching this podcast or listening to it, and you are one of those people, you might need to go check your feed,
check yourself,
and make and see: are you trying to help enrich people's lives? Are you trying to put a positive attitude out? I mean, it's hard to
I know what you're saying. Like, I had a friend, and she posted this today. It says, friendly reminder again today. How you treat people who disagree with you politically is a direct reflection of who you are as a person. It is not American or Christian, and you do not get positive kudos to you as a person by demeaning, talking bad about other people for disagreeing with your stance politically. I mean, like,
so
that's it.
Way back when, like, when we first started voting in 2000 was the first time we were able to vote.
Was it?
Yes. Because we turned 18 in the late 90s and was able to vote in 2000.
We don't tell people our age.
And so...
I'm only 29. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Several times.
But...
Sorry, I messed you
so
up.
way back when... people just didn't talk about their politics like this, and it was not so much hatred, but also social media wasn't as big back then either.
Correct.
And just because you have an opinion does not mean you need to share it.
I remember being a little girl, and my dad, he would let me like put stuff on the wall, like magazine articles, and it was when the first George Bush was running against Dukakis maybe, or so, I don't really know what it was, but I was a little girl, and I tore every magazine cover out that had Bush on it, and I taped it to my wall. I was little, but like that was the extent of people knowing.
Like 80s.
Yes, like that was the extent of people knowing, and I do agree. Like social media makes it more prevalent,
more
and it's more
rampant.
But you also, like, especially we talk about, okay, let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about where we are as a nation and where we've been since the pandemic hit us in 2019, 2020. And we have like mental health Mondays and different things like that. We bring up so much awareness for mental health, but then we attack people for
Thinking
the way they think. And
than us.
There are a lot of people in my life that I love very dearly that I don't agree with. I don't agree with the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they present themselves. But it is not my job, huh?
What's wrong with the way I walk?
I wasn't talking about you. Anyway, it is not my job to tell them how to live their life or what they are to think. It is my job to love them like out loud, to leave them in better shape than I found them. And I've said this, my stepmom put this out a couple of weeks ago, and it's really stuck with me, and I've repeated it a couple times on my own social media. None of these candidates, no one who was elected, ran for office, none of it. They are never going to darken your doorstep. They're never going to put their feet under your table. They're not going to have a family dinner with you. They're not going to show up when you're in the hospital. They didn't pull trees off of your rooftops during this storm. They didn't deliver you supplies locally. Like they're not going to do that. They're not going to see you in a nursing home. They're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to do any of this stuff for you.
But your community is.
But your community, your friends, your family around you, they are. So you draw this line in the sand and you tell people, you don't think like I do, so you're insignificant. You're the problem.
But here's the thing.
That's it.
In 6 months from now, we're in November, and in 6 months from now, April, no one's going to be talking about the election anymore.
No.
Like, it's going to be over and done with.
Yeah.
Everyone is going back to their lives. And people just get so much in their feels about election. And,
clearly, I'm getting heated over here.
since 2020 when we've been able to start voting, we have voted every single time an election has come up. And we've been on both sides of the fence. You know, our candidate has won, our candidate has lost. And so, but you didn't see me out there like I'm seeing people on TikTok, like screaming to the top of their lungs and throwing stuff. And you don't see me doing that. And I just don't think that's healthy.
I will be transparent.
Anybody.
No, I'll be transparent. There's been an election or two where I just have felt like the doom and gloom is right there, but you didn't see me yelling and screaming at people.
And there are people that feel that today.
And judging them.
And we should take everyone's feelings into consideration.
Yes.
But don't be out there acting like a moron and posting dumb stuff.
No, because
on both sides. I'm not saying about one party or the other. I've seen it red and blue. There is both sides posting some stupid stuff last night and today.
Speaking of red and blue, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite things about the election being over is I like to wear colors. Like it is what it is. I feel like you get judged if you wear a certain color. For the record, today I'm wearing this shirt because Kessler did this. And what does it say? This is one of Kessler's new designs. It says, "Today's mood is sponsored by Jesus." And I'm just ready to get back to where we have some normalcy, where we treat people with dignity and respect and kindness, and we don't like look at them and prejudge them by what they wear, what they say. You know, just do life with people.
Well, we're in the month of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And then we have Christmas
right after. So
let's
start out.
And so,
what day are we?
It'll be
the 6th. We're on the
11th when we post this.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Yes, we challenge everyone to start. If you've not started today, start for the rest of the month to post one sentence or one piece of gratitude or what you're grateful for every day through the rest of this month.
Okay, we're going to start today? Me and you?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go first?
My phone is like
blowing up.
Going crazy over here. But
that's a good thing. We're not going to complain about that. So I'm going to say I'm thankful that we live in a country where we can use our voice in a positive way when we choose to and have a say in how we live our life. There are many, many countries that don't have that. And we're very blessed no matter who won this election. We're very blessed to live in a country that we can share our opinions in such a way where we're not jailed. We're not beat down. We're not, whatever. So that's what I'm going to say today. I'm thankful to live in a country where I have freedom of speech. And I just choose to use it a little bit more kind. So what are you thankful for?
Today, I'm grateful for, we have been extremely busy typically in real estate. Fourth quarter is typically very slow. Throw in there an election, throw in there a hurricane, throw in there just chaos and confusion. And it has been very quiet and very slow, but I'm grateful that we as a real estate team have been so unbelievably busy that, it is.
You're grateful your phone is blowing up over there?
Yes. So those of you that don't know me well, I like to be busy. Downtime is not very good for me. And so I'm grateful that we're busy. That's what I have to say, because there are a lot of agents, and I talk to a lot of agents all over the country every single week. There's a lot of agents that are not doing anything and that are getting out of, there are hundreds of agents getting out of business every day. And we are so busy. Just today, the 6th of November of 2024, I have sent out over $1 million worth of offers or contracts, which is ridiculous. So very busy, very grateful for that.
Very grateful. Very grateful.
Yep.
So, anything else for today? I think I've said what I had to say.
So
Drew didn't even have to wave his hat today.
Yeah, well, we just want to get back to be kind, be positive, be grateful,
people in better shape than you found them.
Leave people in better shape than you found them.
And I'm speaking to myself because I mean I get heated, y'all. I'm not. This isn't this. Everything I'm saying to you. Yes, I'm heated with it because some of it's come from my friends. But I also am like, hello. Hope you have strong opinions yourself. Rein yourself in. Watch what you post. Watch what you say. I'm speaking to myself. But again, let's not forget these people are not going to show up at your house.
Yeah, we were.
But I will.
Before we were talking about in way back when, like, you voted. It was private. It was private.
Yes.
Like, you didn't.
I'm gonna tell you, the ballot boxes aren't even near as private as they used to be either.
No,
I mean, I didn't care. Open. I have no shame in who I voted for, but still, like, they weren't. It was like I could see the people next door to me.
Yes, you could read.
I mean, I didn't look, but I could have if I wanted to.
So back then, I mean, before I would say the last election or two, that it's kind of private who you voted for.
It was hush hush. You couldn't wear memorabilia that had anything to do with whatever side.
You still can't.
Well, there's some people who did. I've been seeing pictures and stuff on social media. People wore stuff. I was kind of shocked. I mean, I guess they went under the right. I guess it's a case by case or poll by poll basis. But people didn't get
so mad and angry and all that if you didn't vote the way they voted.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Because it was kind of a private matter. I don't even remember, like, when we first started voting, even talking about really who we're voting for, even amongst me and you, or with our parents or family or whatever, it's you voted on your convictions.
Major
and now
it's like of conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there's apparel, there's gear, there's signs, there's yard flags, there's everything. Like, it's almost like a celebrity type thing anymore.
The joke yesterday was really funny. I did like this meme. People shared it and they were like, there's so many signs out now that I think I voted for a realtor. So I was like, Joe for president.
I got sent that probably like 10 times yesterday.
It was funny. So, but I mean,
but you just didn't get so upset about who you voted for.
People will steal signs out of your yard if they don't like it.
Well, yeah.
They did.
I'm thinking that they stole them to put them in their yard.
That ain't why they stole them.
I think so.
That was not. You say what you want.
I'm thinking the positive way, Hope.
Okay.
I'm thinking positive. They took it so they could put it in their yard.
Well, I was watching TikTok and I see what they did. People, anyway, it's fun.
So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Be kind.
Yes.
Know that in 6 months, a year from now, no one is going to be talking about this election, but people are going to remember how you treated them, you made them feel.
Yes.
And so,
yes,
that's kind of what I always go back to is people may forget the words you say or what was going on at the time, but they will always remember how you make them feel. And so, you don't need to be DMing other people that voted differently than you. This rhetoric and this craziness, like, it's not going to change anything. Like, you actually had a DM come through, but
several.
That was not going to change your vote. Like,
no, nothing I saw on social media changed the way I voted.
Correct.
Nothing.
And
I voted according to my own personal beliefs.
Correct.
My own personal morals.
And that's how it should be.
And that
everyone should be able to take their convictions and vote on their convictions without getting taunted about who they vote for.
Or judged.
Or
or
I'm not your friend anymore.
People voted differently than me, and I still love them.
Mm-hmm.
They might not like me, clearly, but I love them because I love the person
we're called to love
that
people.
They are, not our differences of opinion.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Leave people in better shape than you found them.
Yes, it's my motto in life.
Be kind on social media. If you can't be kind on social media, stay off social media.
Yeah,
Just
honestly, that's probably the best thing for
share
some
my
people.
page if you can't be kind on social media.
I think we're going to start just doing crazy stuff just to make people laugh. So maybe it might be.
Maybe.
But
I
do have some new goodies over there for us to try from the Asian market. There's that. I love y'all. Drew's so excited about those.
I've done seen one of those.
There's like 4 or 5 or
Drew.
6. But we're going.
I don't know, Drew.
We are.
Oh, gosh. So, anyways, election's over.
Yes.
Praise Jesus. It is done. We don't have to hear the ads anymore. But be nice to people. Just because they're wearing a blue shirt or red shirt or blue hat
for the record,
or
I have
red
on blue
hat.
and red today. I have on red, white, and blue.
Don't be mean to them. So,
exactly.
Anyways, that's our podcast for today. Thank you all for joining us, and catch us on the next episode of
the Gather and Place podcast.